And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. High elves, dark elves, yes, even the creepy lizard men lurking in the shadows, pulling the strings of society. How you guys doing? Happy Friday Eve. Hopefully all is well. Today we got a couple things we gotta go over. Woo, I think there's a doozy of a Heroes Path of Spring event. Then we gotta talk about how much you gotta put into this. Well, we're gonna talk about some loose mats, quick mats, and we have our confirmation that kind of pairs well into this. A 2x Sacred Shard event that's got some interesting progressive chance tied to it as well. So people, come on over. Let's have ourselves a little bit of a conversation. But before we get to that conversation, have you guys even started playing Rage It? If not, use my link down below. Scan my QR code. And if you're a new player, I'll get you to Gore right away. And I used to be the first and only person. Well, now I'm the first person still. But now there's another person out there. Well, that was a very short-lived reign right there. But anyways, you'll get Dinky for free at level 40. Amazing champions to get you up and running. Now, let's talk about this hero path shenanigans. Let's just say I've been doing a couple of these hero paths now. And yeah, if your goal is to try to get everything, oh boy, it's going to be a lot. The whole goal of Heroes Paths event is trying to be efficient as possible. Just get exactly what you need and move on. We'll talk about this Path of Spring event in a moment. I want to first talk about the thing that probably should take forefront, you know, this 2x Sacred Shard event, which starts today. And for those that are newer to Raid Shadow Legends, this is one of the best times. Open up Sacred Shards, buy Sacred Shards, whatever you got to do, because they double the chance of getting a legendary from 6% to 12%. And I don't know about you, that seems a little bit better than having a 6% drop rate. However, they're trying to sweeten the deal as well. As you open up these Sacred Shards for the next 3 days and a half, they're giving you opportunities at progressive chance to try to get some of these faction unity champions. Today, we have ourselves Doom Lord Gregor. We'll go over sometimes which one should you go for. It's going to kind of depend. I have my eyes set for one of them. But as you guys know, my opinion, progressive chance events, I don't really count on getting stuff from progressive chance events. 2x events, oh yeah, we got to be getting something good. And I saw some people were thinking we're forced to have this because maybe you have Gregor, or maybe you don't even want him, and you don't want to mess up your chance of getting another legendary by having this progressive chance. You can just unselect it, just remove it, and there you go. Yeah, save changes, and there you go. You can remove the progressive chance of it. Because at first, it's like, wait, what if I don't want it? I might be messing up the odds of getting something else that I want instead. You can remove it. If you want to throw it back in, boom, there you go. So let's go over the champions that you can get in the upcoming progressive chance events. If you are going to be opening up shards, whether for the 2x event, for the sacreds, or you're going to be doing it for for the Heroes Path, let's pull it up. So let's go. We're going to talk about the Heroes Path in a moment. This is if you're going for all the frags. I don't need all of them in this event. We'll go over that. Let's not jump the gun here. So we have this progressive chance event starting today. Doom Lord Gregor is going to be your progressive chance for today. And then on Friday 18th, tomorrow, you'll have Vizug the Noxious. And then on Saturday, it's going to switch to Tribune, Heracletes, I think I got it. And then the last one, day 4, Admiral Black Tusk on Sunday. So if you're going to be doing this event, you kind of want to look at these characters and be like, all right, which one would I want the most based on my own roster? So Doom Lord Gregor is today. Seems to be more beneficial if you have, well, Barbarian champions. I know you guys coming for the stunning commentary. You guys would have never figured that out without me. Doom Lord Gregor is pretty nice if you have, especially, I don't know, maybe you're someone like me that has 3 Armanzas. Would be kind of nice. You got some interesting things here where, for example, the more faction allies you have for the Barbarians, the more additional effects you get. So on Desert Monolith, you know, allies deal 25% more damage to enemies under stun. Well, if you have Armanz, that's going to be nice. If there are multiple champs in his team, blah, 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 blah. 2 faction allies, well, you can ignore 50% of the target's resistance when applying stun, making it even easier for Armanz, for example, to land a stun. And if you have 3 of them, what if I just rock Doom Lord Gregor with 3 Armanzas? I don't know. It sounds like it could be annoying fun. When counterattack it, instant effects and debuffs placed by ally skills cannot be resisted or blocked. Again, pretty awesome if you have, again, an Armanz. I don't know. Oh, gosh. My Barbarian's in a good spot. As you guys know, I have 1, 2, 3 Armanzas. So I kind of want to do it for the memes. So I'm semi-tempted to maybe open up some shards for this for the memes. However, I think there might be better options. So let's go, for example. So if you want to use Hell Hades as your quick loose guideline for what you should look for, you know, Hell Hades gives us a 3.5 star overall here. Pretty decent for Magma Dragon and stuff like that. I don't know. However, we have another option. So the next day is right. The next day, I think Vizag is no. Yes, Vizag is going to be the second day. So this is what you got the next day. Ogryn Tribes. My Ogryn Tribes are trash, so I'm not even going to bother with this one. 4-star overall rated champion. If you have some good Ogryn Tribes, cool. Pretty good for Hydra. Good Hydra stuff. Some clan boss stuff as well if you're looking for that type of shenanigans there. The ones that I'm kind of interested in, I'm kind of interested in Tribune Heraclides, as well as Admiral Blacktusk. I think the good catch-all answer is Admiral Blacktusk is probably the best one to get overall if you want to pick one day to open up shards. In terms of overall ratings, definitely a lot better. The dwarves are also pretty solid in this game, but Tribune Heraclides, I like Undead Hordes. I think they're kind of a cool faction, but so could be nice. Pretty decent all-around experience, pretty solid in arenas that you're going to have as well. And of course, if you have a lot of good Undead Hordes, well, this makes a lot more sense. So pretty fun stuff. I think Admiral Blacktusk is probably the clear winner. If you only can pick one day to open up shards, this is going to be the one to get. Pretty banger across the board for the dwarves. So that's probably what I would recommend. But if you have, let's say, a lot of great Ogryn Tribes, maybe you want to go for Vizug the Noxious, or maybe you want to get this because you just have a lot of great barbarians and you want a faction unity. Again, faction unity champions. I know if you come from games like Marvel Strike Force, Galaxy Heroes, where faction synergy is basically key, in Raid Shadow Legends, for good and bad, I can argue both good and bad things about it. It's not so much about team synergy, it's more about ability synergy for the most part. Well, this is going to be kind of leading into capitalizing on faction synergy, which isn't like super prevalent too much. Yeah, there's certain call-outs sometimes that, like White Queen, White King, stuff like that. But anyways, don't want to harp too much about that. There you go, 2x shard events. You better believe we're going to be opening up some shards, baby. I got 28 sitting here. I just got to determine when and where I want to do it. And speaking of the when, well, when, where, it's kind of both, whatever. Anyways, event for the Heroes Path of Spring event. So if you did not do the Summon Rush that happened a while ago, I did it. You're going to need to do some overtime for this event if you want to make sure you stay on top of unlocking the current fusion for Lysandre, Beastbane. Luckily, I did a little bit of the Summon Rush, so I did not have to worry about it. I only need 50 shards this round. However, if you need all 4 of the batches of shards or all 100, well, you're going to need to put a little bit more work. And then if you want that Awaken Star, well, you're going to need a little bit more. So I'm just going to show you the math, the quick, rough napkin math that I did. Oh, by the way, Heroes Path, we should probably clarify this in case, you guys probably know this. Let me pull it up anyways. You can either get points from summoning champions from shards. It sucks because I have a couple champions I can fuse or summon from fragments. They don't count. I wish we had a champion like summoning tournament because then I could use that. Anyways, summon champions from shards. There's your point distribution between mystery to sacred shards. Obviously, sacred shards going to get you the most bang per buck in terms of points, and there's a 2x event, so it's kind of the no-brainer right now. There's also progressive chance for the void stuff as well, for the void shards, but I want to focus more on the sacred shards. But you also can get artifacts and accessories for this event as well, and I already accomplished my ice golem chase that I had to do here. I got my shards for the last bit of Yuzan here, so I'm already good there, and basically it was good enough to get me about 4 steps into this. Actually, perfect. 4 steps, Phil. 4 steps into this Heroes Path event. So it's going to help you out a little bit. So you don't have to open up shards. You're just going to need to do a lot of dungeon diving type of things, whether it's, leveling up champions in the campaign. You'll get some artifacts when doing that, or doing the ice golem, whatever the case might be. So here's my quick napkin math that I put together. I think I maybe went a little too high here, but basically I'm just going for 50 fragments, which requires 2 keys. I'm looking at about 9 sacred shards, but that did not take into consideration some of the dungeon diving that I just did. So I can't remember how many points that was there, but so if I didn't do any dungeon diving, again, this is the most sacred shards you would need to spend. Basically, just by doing that little bit of the ice golem, I basically saved myself a sacred shard right there. And if I want to go for the 5 awakened stars, well, that's another 50,000 points right there, which would be about 11 sacred shards. But again, drop it down probably 1 because I already did a little bit of dungeon diving, and I'll probably do some more throughout the weekend if I'm going to wait for Admiral Blacktusk. So, or Black Husk, whatever the heck his name is. But if you're going to need all 100 of fragments because you didn't do the summon rush that happened a while ago, well, I want to show you this little, I guess, this little napkin math that we have done here. He has this right here where it's about 57,250 for 100 frags. And you can see their path that they would recommend. So if you're trying to get an idea of what you should do, probably go down here. You get the gems here, get the soul stone, and then they show you the path to go. I would pick whatever brews you need. If you have a lot of voids, don't get more. If you need more force, go for that. If you need more, so whatever brews you need, pick one of them. And then basically it shows you want to grab that key right there. And if you're not going for, example, the Awakened Stars, yeah, just grab the other key right there. It's a lot cheaper because instead of going for the key down here, it's going to be another 8,500. Just go over here. It's only 7,000, so you'll save yourself 1,500 points. So if you're going for the cost-effective way and you don't care about the 5 Awakened Star for Lysandre, you grab this key here, grab that key here, open up this gate here, boom, you're good to go. And you can open up this gate here, and you're good to go. Easy, right? Okay, well, if you need all 100, then you're going to need all 4 of these keys. And that's where basically you're almost, not quite, almost doubling the cost that you're going to need for all the points here. So this is kind of a good recommendation on what you should be doing with this Hero's Path. It all just comes down to, number one, are you even doing Lysandre Fusion? If not, don't even bother with this. Just save your shards, save your time. I mean, maybe do it like your usual, get a couple extra goodies. Sure. Why not? Doesn't hurt. But there's no need to go all in on this event if you didn't even do the Lysandre Fusion to begin with. And again, you don't need all of the goodies here. If you did some of the stuff over time, you only need 50 fragments to do this if you kept up with everything else prior to today. So you only need a batch here, batch there, you're good to go. We'll see. If the problem is, I feel like especially want to do like all the good endgame content, you really want to awaken the champion. So if you plan on using the champion that you're fusing, Lysandre, you probably want to go out of your way and get that as well. So just kind of got to ask yourself, are you doing this event? Then no. Okay, are you doing this event? Okay, do the minimum. Do you need to go for 50 fragments or 100? And then lastly, do you want to go for that Awakened Stars? So you got a couple questions to ask yourselves right there. So best of luck for those doing the Hero's Path event. Make sure you just do the math, see what you got to do. You don't have to open up as well the Sacred Shards, but with the 2x event going on, you might as well open up Sacred Shards if you got them around and just pick that perfect day with the best progressive chance you think will apply to you, and may the odds be ever in your favor. But you know what? You don't need odds for my giveaway. For new players, if you made it this far and you're not playing Raid, what are you doing? Get involved now. That is an Imperial Order. There's a link down below. Or you can scan my QR code up above, and you'll get Tagore right away. And then Deacon Armstrong at level 40. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Can't wait to open up some shards with you guys this weekend. And as you guys know, it's a very simple terminology around here. It's great to be in the Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.